Today we are here with the one and only Victor Richards, legend, an actor, and he's been doing solo performances for a couple of decades now. So Victor, it's a pleasure for your time today. I'm happy for you to join us. So tell us a bit about yourself. What's your story, your journey?
I don't know about the legend part, but thank you anyway. I'm a writer, actor, poet, one-man soloist specializing solo plays for a number of years, and I love theatre and education.
Nice. Well, it's good to have you on the show today with us today.
Pleasure to be here.
So, we're talking about one of your most sought after projects, The Streets Paved with Gold. What was your inspiration behind it, and what gave you your spark to kind of bring it alive and just talk about the legacy itself?
Well, I wanted to honor the Windrush generation.
Okay.
Their triumphs, their struggles, and I thought the best way to do that was through the lens of doing a solo play directly to the audience, to get their feedback, to get to see the expression, the tears, the emotions, the laughter, and it's been an enjoyable journey for the last 30 years or so.
That was really interesting to hear. It really does seem that you made that effort to make a connection with your audience. You've been performing this show for a very long time, almost 3 decades. From the very first time you brought this alive to the current state of you performing this show, how has it evolved over time?
It's a very good question. It's deepened tremendously over the years as I've got older. I understand more the sacrifices of our parents, that Windrush generation, and I suppose I'm relating more to the character, the audience, the reach, and discovering new audiences and the reasons why they relate to it on a national, international level. But I think fundamentally, I've grown to realize over the years the work has become more relevant to society as a whole.
That's interesting. So it really shows that the reflection of your show has really put a generational growth in it over time, as well as raising the awareness within the communities that you belong to, and not only that, introducing it to maybe new communities that have maybe not come across it.
Definitely. Being as the Windrush generation now, that offspring is spread internationally. So the Windrush generation is all over the world. You know, they have that connection from this original point, and that wasn't there in the beginning for me. But seeing that now, and it makes the whole idea of the story more relative now when I go to other countries.
Which is wonderful to hear. So has that opened any potential doors for you while you talked about over the times of you saying you've had to be abroad?
Oh yes, I mean, you know, there's too numerous to mention. We could be here all day. We haven't got all day, but I would say yes, and continually to grow, because you have to remember 30 years ago when I first started, the word Windrush wasn't as popular as it was today. Now it's a household name. You know, people may not know the Windrush story. You know, it coming, the boat landing at Tilbury Docks in 1948, but they heard the word Windrush, and there's been lots of documentaries and other films or such been produced over the years, and celebrities have gotten on board to support it, as well as the community as large. So now it's like a big block of ice that's been broken up, and I welcome all that support. So it's gone from being a desert when I started 30 years ago to be like a conglomerate, busy metropolis.
Well, that's wonderful to hear, and congratulations with the growth over the years. So, Victor, you have touched communities across the United Kingdom, as well as having a massive impact globally. What has been your most surprising yet impactful reaction that you've had from audiences over the time?
It's seeing people from all backgrounds relate to their own stories.
Okay.
And see it as their own. I think that's been amazing. I remember many years ago I had an opportunity to take the play to Japan, very early, I think it was around 1997, and seeing the audience's responses then made me realize that I had an international product, because up until then I only thought about our parents who came from the Caribbean to England. I didn't think about other people migrating to different parts of the world to support their families over the last, well, many thousands of years. I hadn't thought about it. That is when I realized I had an international product.
Well, that's powerful, and it really shows that one community can really showcase what they bring to the table, and I think you've done some amazing work with that, especially to take it globally. You've transformed The Streets Paved with Gold from a theatre show, and you've brought it alive into more of a film. So it was very interesting. What was the inspiration behind that, and what was the meaning? So why did you take it?
Well, it's been a bit like a horse and cart for many years.
Yeah.
and I can't keep doing it forever.
Okay.
So transferring it to a cinematic platform was obviously something I've been thinking about for years. I think the hardest part was keeping the intimacy of the theatre piece, transferring that to the camera. And I suppose the challenge was the story, telling the story, because it's like a one-man film, filled with extras, flashbacks, finding a younger man to play myself and a wife. It's bringing all the characters to life. And I've had a wonderful cast and crew, director, finding the locations, getting the opportunity to hire the Great Central River Station, in Loughborough. I mean, that's just amazing. And, they were like advertising, they're happy to do that. It's bringing all those chemistries together made it work. It's one of the most hardest things I've ever done in my life, but it works.
That must have been very interesting for you, and it really shows that you are showcasing and letting the truth speak for itself within your work, which is very authentic nowadays. And I feel like you're taking that a great length from what you're showing us and what you're continuing to do with your work.
Thank you, and I can say we have done the first pre-premiere for the film, which was to thank the cast, the crew, all the extras for that support, and the reactions from the audience before they left is just amazing. So that's testimony in itself.
Well, that's wonderful to hear. So you definitely got to touch that. We will add the Edinburgh Fringe Festival details in the comments for the description below, so everyone can have a bit of insight in what you're going to be doing in the future.
Yes.
With all the work that you have done over the past 3 decades, you're really preserving the memory of the Windrush history, and especially cascading it down to the younger generation. How would you think this will have an impact on the younger generation moving forward, and especially in preserving the story that you have to tell along the way?
Well, art is history. You know, and when you get it into a cinematic format, it's there forever, for future generations to see many years from now. The fabric, it's like peeling an onion. There's something about theatre that is special, and I hope that people, if they can't come to the Edinburgh Fringe,
Yeah.
to see the performance, that they can share the information,
Yeah.
at least. But certainly, I'm not done yet.
Of course.
There's many years of performing. I mean, I keep thinking of retirement, but I don't think I'm ready to retire. I think it's great to have the film and the play working together. Because I've had a lot of people have seen the play, then come and see the film, and vice versa. Now some people have seen the film and they're saying, no, now we want to come and see the play.
Okay.
So I've got that.
So taking from those individual groups that you've had, what has been their initial reaction from seeing the film and then wanting to see the play, and what would they tell you the differences between them?
Well, it varies, but it's all positive, because I think those who are fortunate to see either have related that I've kept the consistency of it. I haven't lost the essence of it. The characters are the same. It's just the locations. So, you know, usually when you transfer one medium to another, you lose something or you gain something. But fortunately, because I think credit to the directors and the producers on the film, they took the time out to come to London to actually see the play.
Yeah.
And as much as the script is, you know, the synopsis was all there and they were happy with it, but seeing the actual play actually brought it to life then, and they knew exactly how to film it and how to edit it, because they can see the relationship that I had with the audience in the theatre.
Well,
magic.
That's amazing to hear. Absolutely. Stories told through the art enter your heart and then your mind afterwards, as they normally say, right?
Exactly.
Looking back over the past 30 years is a very long time. Of course, there's a lot of things you've achieved and a lot of milestones you have passed since then. So I'm going to say there's a lot of commitment that you've made, and touching on that, what sacrifices have you had to make over the 30 years to get and do where you've had to be and become over time?
Consistency, belief, time, investing in myself. Obviously, I've had a lot of support and encouragement from friends and family over the years. You know, whether I felt like, ooh, maybe I should call it today. No. And yeah, it's resilience. And as I said, persistence that's kept me going. You do need some success. Because if you're not getting any success at all, then that's going to wear you down. But definitely, you've got to invest in yourself. You've got to believe in yourself. And luckily for me, I think it's my time.
That's good to hear, Victor. So as you have done a lot of work in your field and you've networked quite a bit, what advice would you give to up-and-coming artists or actors that are currently working within the field and like want to create work maybe for personal being or maybe for cultural significance?
stay true to yourself, be resilient, never give up. The audience believe in authenticity. I think that's very important. If it's not authentic, if it's not believable, they will know. And yeah, just be persistent and resilient.
That's good. Well, I hope you guys are listening. Any future actors or artists that are listening in. So it's been 30 years in the making. The streets paved with gold.
Nearly, not quite, nearly.
We're getting there.
Next year we'll make 30 years.
Perfect. We're getting there. We're getting there. So with that being said, what is the future moving forward for yourself, and the future with the show itself as well?
That it continues to encourage, resonate with audiences, inspire them, and I suppose encourage other people to tell their stories.
That's good. Very nice to hear.
Not forgetting a legacy, of course.
Yeah.
We all leave a legacy with our family, our brothers and sisters. And I would just say very quickly, I always encourage people to, before their parents, grandparents pass on, to make sure you ask questions. Take a notebook or a recorder and get them at the right time, because they have so many stories that they won't tell you. Their secrets or things that they're not proud to mention, and quite often people don't ask. So I encourage people to ask questions.
No, that's very nice to hear, and thank you for the advice that you've given, and to have you on today's show has been amazing, Victor. Anything you'd like to say to the camera at all before we depart?
I like to say thank you to you, Faizan. I think you've been amazing. You're an incredible man, multi-talented. I'm just so happy that you convinced me to do this.
But you've done well, and it's good to see as well. You've definitely got a knack for this. Can't say otherwise. You wouldn't be doing what you're doing, and you wouldn't be touching as many people you are through your work. Not to forget your Edinburgh Fringe Festival, guys. You want to see Victor live and in action. He will be performing at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival over numerous days. Would you like to give more information?
Yeah, I'm sure the details are going to be
definitely
at
the
bottom.
details.
So yes, you can catch me at Hill Street. The name details you can get from the 1st of August to the 12th, and each day the performance will start at 2:15.
Nice, guys. You don't want to miss out. You definitely want to capture what Victor has to offer. And if you can't catch him on the first day or the second day, he's got the third, and he's got plenty more days he'll be performing. Am I correct?
Yes, but I would always say to people, look, don't just come for me, come for the Edinburgh Fringe. I've never done it before, it's my first time. There's a lot happening there. So, there's lots of events, all kinds of artists. So come for that, come for the atmosphere, come and enjoy with your friends and family.
Well, I'm sure it's going to be amazing. Thank you for your time today, Victor.
Thank you.